Okay, good evening everyone. Back here doing another Modern League. So the companion update has happened. I'm still going to playtest with the Lurrus in my deck for the time being, at least. Uh, hopefully it'll get some play and actually do some work for us. If not, we'll be looking to cut it though. Um, Alright, so as far as everything is concerned, I'm sort of expecting a decent amount of Amulet Titan, Eldrazi Tron, Ponza, and Urza decks sort of now that the field's been blown way open by the companion nerf. So as a result, I've decided to go for the 4 main deck Path to Exiles here, removing the 2 Cartouche I had from last league. And I also removed the 2 Stony Silence in my sideboard for 2 suppression fields. Just what I feel like is going to be a bit of an efficiency swap there. And the last Graph Digger's Cage got removed for the 3rd Force of Vigor, actually, the Force of Vigor. So we're going to go ahead now and look to get into a league here. And see how the deck shapes up in this new metagame here. And just before we get into everything, I know there's a lot going on in the world at the moment, and I don't want to talk too much about what's going on in America because it's literally everywhere, and there's really no huge need for me to do so. But I will be saying that I hope people are safe and staying safe. And more importantly, that something meaningful comes of it all, because there's a whole lot of heartache, a whole lot of destruction, and all of that. And yeah, there's a lot happening. So I mean, yeah, hopefully something good comes of it. But for what I'm going to be doing here, much as I appreciate everything that's going on, and that there's a lot of wrong happening around the place, I'm gonna just stay out of it and focus on Magic and hopefully give you guys something quite entertaining. Right, so it looks like we found our first opponent here. We're gonna give the old hi, good luck, and looks like we won the die roll, so we're gonna be on the play. Reveal our friend Lurrus here. Opponent is not running a Lurrus deck. Alright, this hand's looking pretty good. We're going to go ahead and keep it. Gonna lead on Forest here. If we draw any color aura, we can still play Rancor, hold up Path, play Rancor, play a green aura, play a white aura. Chalice on 1? Oh, you fucking dog. Red Prison, guys. Battleforge, Red Prison. Alright, well, we do have a play around for the time being. I'm going to go ahead and fetch out this Temple Garden here. Shock it in. And it's a shame that's not a white source of mana. If it was a white source of mana, I wouldn't be locked in against a Blood Moon here. Yeah, that's just the way it is. I drew my one of Misty Rainforest. Sure, he's going to go Simian Spirit Guide Blood Moon or something now. A Ghost Quarter, alright, sure, good. Well, that looks like we're pretty good to do what we need to here. Oh, yep, that gets countered, right. Looks like we're another land off of doing what we need to here. Alright, let's just attack for 1. I've completely forgot Chalice was on the board for a second there. Well, that's going to suck quite significantly for us. So Thought-Knot here is going to come down. It's going to strip away our Daybreak Coronet. We can't Path to Exile in response because he's got Chalice of the Void out. We will be able to return the Grist Boon next turn though, and then hopefully rip a Daybreak Coronet after that. Whoa, 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 he removed path? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. That seems very wrong. We'll fetch plains here. He's got one Ghost Quarter. But I don't want to lose to a random Blood Moon off the top of our opponent's library. Yep, so we'll go Horizon Canopy. We'll... it could be indicative that he's got like another removal spell there. Another Thought Not Seer to rip a card from our hand, actually. Yep. Maybe they just didn't realise that we could return Griffspoon from the graveyard. And we might just steal a game off of that. See what happens. Shocking and Sacred Foundry, so they're going to have something to do. I wonder what it is for 5 mana. That seems bizarre. Chalice on 2, right. Okay, well that's going to be pretty good. Wait, it wasn't even 5 mana, it was 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, they've used a Simian Spirit Guide to get that Thought Not Seer out. Okay. Well, this is going to be a pretty big uphill battle here. We're basically going to have to rip Griff Spoons and use our Griff Spoons to win, probably. Taking a decent amount of damage here, but hopefully it's reducing our clock enough. 3 damage instead of 2. Maybe we draw another fetch land for Dryad Arbor and use that as a chump blocker for 1 turn. Alright, well that's going to be game. So we're versing Prison Eldrazi. That's pretty interesting. The old Chalice on 1, Chalice on 2. Alright, so I'd be pretty surprised if our opponent wasn't running Eldrazi Temple here. And I'd also be pretty surprised if he didn't have things like Chandra or All Is Dust. Path to Exile, look, this is a, as far as I'm concerned, this is an Eldrazi matchup, kind of, and I don't like keeping Path to Exile against Eldrazi. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all 4, bring in Force of Vigor and Gadok Teagues. Gadok Teague will be nice because it will be a card we can pitch to Force of Vigor, but it will also be 2 converted mana costs, so not die to things like Blast Zone, not get countered by things like Chalice. I think probably we just want to minus these Sentinel's Eyes here. Submit. Although the Sentinel's Eyes is my combo I like to use. Alright, this hand's excellent. We can beat Chalice on 1. As long as he doesn't play turn 1 Chalice on 1, we can beat it. Alright, so no Gemstone Caverns in my opponent's opening hands. So now we just need to dodge Simian Spirit Guard into Chalice on 1. I really don't like the shock. This indicates pretty heavily that he's got the Chalice. Got the Leodant Arbiter. Oh, well, that's fine. I don't care about that card. Alright, let's just play Core Spirit Dancer. Hope we don't get Ghost Quartered. And if we do, hope we draw a land off of it. If we get 1 draw off the Core Spirit Dancer before he Ghost Quarters us, we'll be pretty good. Alright, that's Gemstone Caverns. Still no Chalice, so it looks like we can potentially get 2 draws here. I'm going to go in on the Boggle, not the Core Spirit Dancer. Well, that's a bit frustrating. Maybe I'll go on the Boggle now. So, like, do they have Lightning Bolt or do they have Path, is my thinking. Alright, let's put this on Core Spirit Dancer because it's Totem Armor. If they have Path, at least we get a mana out of it as well. Alright, looks like we did draw a mana off of the Core Spirit Dancer's ability. So we're going to be able to put the brakes on our opponent here for at least one turn, and then get a larger creature and attack through. I don't want to give him too many turns, but I feel like giving one turn is probably okay. If he attacks with both creatures here, I'm just going to block the Arbiter with the Core Spirit Dancer. Alright, good old Strip Mine here. It's a pretty good one. Yep. Feel more than happy about casting that. Alright, that's also a good one. Alright, time to get this beatdown happening. Yeah, so we're seeing a completely different side to this deck. Like, it's more Hatebears than what it is Red Prism with Eldrazi. Let's take the damage. We had a chance to trade with the Arbiter there, but I don't think it's good. Sure. So they've got 7 damage on board. We've got more than that. We draw another land, so that's going to be pretty nice. Feel like we put the All That Glitters on the Core Spirit Dancer here. Alright, sweet. So we got Dryad Arbor. It's a green permanent. Alright, we just attack with everything and we get the win. Yeah, cool. Alright, so this is more Hatebears. So I don't really like Gaddock T as much. Suppression Field will be pretty decent. I don't like Core Spirit Dancer as much either. And Path becomes a lot better. Vigilance becomes better. Might just -1 Grisburn, so I can keep 2 Core Spirit Dancers. I don't think I want to go down to 1 or 0 Core Spirit Dancers. This is interesting. Sounds pretty good against Chalice on 1. Has a suppression field to disrupt the Graph Diggers, the land destruction. My opponent begins with 7. I think we can keep this. I have a big feeling like his hand's going to be Chalice on 1. We got the Grisburn to help get around that. Yep, cool, great. We got Core Spirit Dancer, we got Grisburn. As long as Core Spirit Dancer lives here, we'll be okay. I'm going to go the Dryad Arbor just in case. Alright, Scout's not going to do too much at the moment. We'll resolve the Core Spirit Dancer and see what happens from here. Interesting that they're also running Wastes. Interesting land base. Obviously we saw the Eldrazi, which require colorless mana, but they're also running the... They might not be running Blood... I guess they'd have some in the sideboard at the very least, because Amulet Titan's the thing, but they might not be running main deck Blood Moon. Alright, Thali is fine. Alright, let's get this in the bin here. Alright, we draw a Horizon land, so we'll be able to get back our Griffspoon next turn, start attacking for 3 in the air. That or we could play Core Spirit Dancer, get double draw off of casting the second Griffspoon. That's not too bad either. That could be the line. Our opponent's not really pressuring us here. Alright, so opponent can take something from our hand now. Whatever they take will shape our decision. If they take Griffspoon, I think I still call Spirit Dancer Rancor. They took Suppression Field. I think that's loose. Actually, he's played Thought-Knots here. Do I want to change my line at all? I don't think so. Alright, so we've officially done a good job of bricking on our Force of Vigors. We've got 3 of them, so that sort of feels bad. But at least we've got our draw engine happening now. It's a big plus. I have a feeling Dryad Arbor is going to be on chump blocking duty very soon. Far out. That's a really powerful draw for my opponent. Even if he didn't draw it, it's a really powerful card for them to have. How do I want to proceed here? Because this can just flicker my Core Spirit Dancers. I think we need to draw into more stuff. Yeah. I think we need to draw into stuff. Alright, great. We got a Force of Vigor. That's step 1. So we can get Totem Armor out next turn. We basically need both our Core Spirit Dancers to survive. We'll ignore the Graveyard for now. Oh, that hurts. That hurts a lot. He's down to 1 card in hand though. Sucks we didn't draw a Path to Exile, because we could then path one of his creatures here, get a draw. Oh wow, he gets me for Xaxes as well. That's so lame. Yeah, well I've got the Chalice for this. I've got the... sorry, I couldn't have cast that until he did that thing. And I couldn't have cast Path because Thalio's a thing. Man, that really sucks. We got very close to getting out of that hole there. 1 damage off. If we tapped our... yeah, we could have gone in so hard there. If we tapped our Dryad Arbor instead of a Horizon Canopy, we wouldn't have died. And then we could have potentially have... He would have been 1 mana short of flickering our core Spirit Dancer. We could have played chained Aura into maybe a Daybreak Coronet, stabilized, gone in on the Boggle after that, and then... Yeah, that's rough. That was a tight game. I don't think I sideboarded optimally, and I think that potentially cost us. Suppression Field didn't really do too much. It stopped the... Oh, it disrupted the Eldrazi Displacer combo there. But... Yeah, Path to Exile would have been better in that slot. Definitely. Alright, well, we got 1 Aura. But I think it's a decent keep. As long as we don't verse another Chalice deck here. I think we'll be okay. We're on the play again. Let's see what happens. Could I have played Lurrus then, actually? Maybe playing Lurrus earlier would have been smart. Then we would have had the lifelink. Okay, Ad Nauseum. This is a very bad matchup. We want to get our core Spirit Dancer down and see if core Spirit Dancer can do work for us. We're not going to win this game if we don't win it off core Spirit Dancer damage. This deck's really strong at the moment, ever since the printing of Thassa's Oracle. We do have a pretty decent sideboard for it, though, with all the Gadok Teagues we've got. Doesn't really do much. Path to Exile's pretty dead in this matchup. The trigger's still on the stack and they just win through. Despite not having the creature, they still win. Alright, well, we just drew two creatures off our triggers then, but one of them was, of course, Spirit Dancer. I'd prefer auras, but as long as we draw 1 aura this turn, we can still clock them pretty decently. Maybe even just get the win. Phyrexian Unlife, yeah. It's looking pretty familiar here. Okay, what's my out here? Attack for 8, put him to 4. Kill him on normal damage next turn. Alright, let's cycle this Rising Canopy, see if we get an aura, see if we can do lethal and then 2 infect and... I think we just lose. Just, yeah, really strong this. Phyrexian Unlife. That line would only work if they didn't have an Angel's Grace in hand as well, because they have the mana for Angel's Grace. As long as they play a land, they have the mana for Angel's Grace plus Ad Nauseum next turn. Man, it sucks bricking on aura like that. That really sucks. Oh yeah, they had Lotus Bloom on suspend. Of course they had the mana. No Michael. That's his Oracle. Okay. That's not game over yet. We do have the Path to Exile for it, so it's not gonna... Alright. Okay, looks like he's just got the win there. GG. Let's see what's in his deck. We've got a Pact of Negation there, 2 Pact of Negations, a 3rd Pact of Negation, so they've got 3 Pact of Negations. Anything else of relevance? Spoils are 1, 2, 3 spoils plus 1, so he's running the full 4 spoils. I'm sure he's running the full 4 Ad Nauseum. And the full 4 Thassa's Oracle. Okay. Okay. So, what are we going to do here? Obviously, Gadok Teague, very good. Path to Exile, very bad. And I'm expecting this Force of Vigor is quite handy. It can blow up the Pentad Prisms before they get a chance to go off. We removed the Stony Silence for Suppression Field, so that's a dead card. It won't stop the mana abilities. What's the weakest thing in our deck here? Probably the Evasiveness from Griffspoon or Sentinel's Eyes. They're pretty tied here. You could also consider removing All That Glitters because it's 2 mana and you want to spew out 1 mana cards. But conversely to that, casting this on 2 mana with like 3 1-drop auras, which is very doable for our deck, is, you know, 4 damage. So in the interest of damage, it's good keeping in. It's also good to keep in because if they've got the Phyrexian Unlife, it will, and we have 2 creatures, we can first strike with 1 creature with the Ethereal Armor and all of that, and then with the second creature, we can just get them on the normal damage off the All That Glitters, and it's pretty relevant. So here, opponent mulligan to 6. We keep this hand. It's, you know, got our creature. It's got 3 1-mana auras and a Core Spirit Dancer. It's already much better than our last hand. I'm going to start on the fetch here. Alright, Serum Visions. We'll see what he does with his Scries. Obviously, bottoms are better than top, and it will show his hand strength on... Alright, a little bit as well. Alright, we'll go ahead and cast Core Spirit Dancer here. We've now got the Force of Vigor for both Pentad Prism and for Phyrexian Unlife. So that's a very nice addition. We'll try and keep this Rancor in hand too, so we don't lose out there. We also have to be aware of Fatal Push Path to Exiles for our Core Spirit Dancer here. I think we just, you know, don't respect the removal spell. I think they'd be looking to play it if they had it, or at least they'd play the path if they had it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get down the Hyena Umbra here. Oh wow, that's like so awkward to draw when we kept Rancor in hand. I probably should have led on Hyena Umbra on the Core Spirit Dancer, because we had the read on path anyway. We would have got out 1 more aura, an extra 4 points of damage this turn. I think we're pretty good with the 2 force in hand though. Alright, Thassa's Oracle's not a big deal here. We've got the trample. Alright, alright. Third Force of Vigor. Almost getting to the stage where we can just hardcast our Force of Vigors here. If we rip any 1 aura, I think we win. You could have something like Pact of Negation here, and Force of Negation as well. I guess it would be most likely Force of Negation that he'd be sitting on. Okay, that's a really good draw. We just win off the strength of Gadok Teague now. So we're going to attack him for 10. I don't see a point attacking with the Bogle there. He's going to chump block. Maybe he doesn't chump block. We'll see. Alright, he does chump block. We'll put him down to 5, pardon me. And then second main, we get to cast this juicy Gadok Teague. And that should just win us the game here. That stops Ad Nauseum. He can still spoil of the vaults. Oh, did they last game for spoil of the vaults? Alright, that's fine. That's fine. We can beat a Phyrexian Unlife very easily. Oh, we can't cast that. Whatever. I'm a dope. I'm an absolute dope. I always forget that. I always forget that. Holy cow. Alright, so we got the first strike damage on the core Spirit Dancer. We want to put non-first strike on the other creatures. Alright. Alright. If we don't draw an aura, we can just cast Lurrus and look for the kill next turn, I suppose. Oh, we only put it to hand. Far out, that sucks. Oh god. I really need to get used to this now. That's so bad. That is so bad for me. Holy cow. Has he got the stupid spoil of the vaults in response? Because if he does, I think he just draws his whole deck. Alright. I think his whole deck just gets piled here and he just wins. So it'll depend on what he names. If he names something like that's not in his deck, like Lightning Bolt, obviously he just draws deck and we lose. I think so. I think that's the way this works. Yeah, cool. Cool. So trigger on the stack, and he just wins off the trigger. I'll see what he names out of interest. I'm sure it's just something that's not in his deck. Cast Spoil of the Vault, names Gadoctig. Yeah, so he just names something that's not in his deck, and the way the interaction works is that triggers on the stack, and then the trigger resolves. No cards left in his library, and he wins. And Phyrexian Unlife, and this is life lost, I'm sure. Yep. So this is life lost, not damage dealt. And this reads damage dealt to you is dealt in infect. So, you know, Spoil of the Vaults and Thassa's Oracle is just a little combo on its own. Which is going to be really hard for us to beat no matter what we do there. What do you bring in sideboard out of curiosity? Looks like pretty much he brought nothing in and just jammed the same deck. Oh, Echoing Truth. He's got 2 Echoing Truth there. Yeah, so it looks like he just brought in a couple of Echoing Truth. Sometimes they can bring in things like Thoughtseize as well. It doesn't look like our opponent was running that, or if they did have it, it was in their hand. Force of Vigor, we got switched off from casting it by our Gadoctig, so we gave our opponent the green light. Unfortunately, Gadoctig, I think casting the Gadoctig actually lost us the game. It's like a 50-50 coin flip though, because if he's got, you know, this Spoil of the Vaults plus the Thassa's Oracle combo, Gadoctig kills us. If he's got Ad Nauseum plus Phyrexian Unlife, or Ad Nauseum plus Angel's Grace, we're dead without casting the Gadoctig. And I think there was some other combination of that where we're dead if we don't cast the Gadoctig, but yeah, this matchup's rough. This is a very rough matchup. You see here as well, their deck is able to function without the likes, like through a Stony Silence. They function perfectly fine here. I think if you're versing a lot of this, like Gadoctig's good. Probably your best bet is Torpor Orb. Probably instead of the Force of Vigor, it's Torpor Orb. I don't know, they're all good. They're all good, they're just not good enough, you know? It really sucks though, because we had the kill if we drew an aura, and we didn't draw an aura. yeah, so that's a rough one. That's game 2 down. We'll see you back here for game 3. Turn this around. Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back for round 3 here. We are going to be on the play again. So that's 3 die roll wins in a row. 2 losses so far though. So let's see if we can fix this one up, get it going. So this hand looks pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it. I don't know what my opponent's on yet, so I'm half tempted to lead on the Horizon Canopy. I think I will. I might take an extra point of damage doing it this way. But I will actually guarantee, if I'm up against something like Ponza, I won't just sort of automatically lose to Blood Moon. Alright, looks like Steam Vents. Looks like it's some description of control or combo. We want to be aggressive here, so I'm going to go ahead, get my Temple Garden. Get out double Ethereal Armor and start the beat down. Alright, attack for 5 here. Next turn it will be 8. And, yep, the turn after that we can have them good and dead. Or is this Storm? Alright, this is Storm. It's potentially difficult. Let's go ahead and go Hyena Umbra and attack. I think I'm going to stop on my opponent's upkeep and attempt to path the Electromancer. It's pretty bad if he's got Remand and then goes like Ritual goes off. I don't think I have a huge amount of option here to play around it. I think that's just my line. I don't want to cast it in my turn because I'll give him the mana and... like, the mana will come in untapped, and then he'll play his 4th mana, and he'll probably just go off anyway without the creature that cheapens the mana cost. I think doing it sort of draw step here, it should hopefully just guarantee me the win on the attack next turn. This is like also a really difficult matchup. Storm is like not an easy one. So it looks like he's gonna try and go off an upkeep. We're just 6 and wait. What you doing, pup? So yeah, a little waiting here. I think at the moment they're just sort of deciding whether or not they want to continue trying to go off or whether or not they just want to wait for another turn or something. Though they can't really wait because we've got an 8-power creature, right? See what our opponent gets. Because we've done this instant speed, they might need to change what they get a little bit. And I'm always thinking I want to deny mana here. Dog's eyes look all shiny in the back there. It's important to note that next turn they'll have access to 4, maybe even 5 mana. So they'll probably have us dead if we get to their next turn. But at the same time, we have lethal on board, so they need to produce a chump blocker. And if they produce a chump blocker, if we draw one of our 3 paths or one of our 4 rancors or Griff Boons, So we've got 11 cards we can draw to out of 50 that just insta-win us the game there. Alright, opponent is taking a little while. Right, as I say that and pause the video, he makes his decision. So what are we going to look to put to the graveyard here? I'm thinking remand to the graveyard. And what's the storm count at the moment? Oh, this is irritating. It should be showing me storm. Is there a way I can enable that? Oh, that's not it. That's not it. Oh, keep the red zone. Yeah, I like the red zone. Cool. You can tell I've never done that before. I don't think they've got that many spells at the moment. Alright, let's just give them mana. Hope he doesn't go off with mana into Past in Flames. I think he's probably got it, but I don't think I can give him the remand at the same time. Although he'd need to... Yeah, mana Past in Flames. Mana Gifts. I'm not entirely sure if that was the right decision. Maybe I just take one of the mana sources and give him the Grape Shot. This gives him a very big next turn. See if he casts Chump Blocker. Looks like he's got the Chump Blocker. Alright, Ritual. Why are you doing that now? Have they got some sort of sorcery that is relevant? Oh, Grape Shot is a sorcery. So now it's giving me Storm Counter 5. That would have been handy before. Alright, he just conceded the game. Cool. Cool. Alright, so we are versing Storm here. So what we want are our ley lines. We also want our Graveyard Hate. And Gadok Teague can be quite relevant also. What's probably bad are these Path to Exiles. I don't really find them handy all that often. And probably the All That Glitters because they're mana inefficient. They've got Manamorphos, things like that. Opponent will bring in things like Remand and Repeal and Echoing Truth. We'll just hope it's Repeal and that Gadok Teague does a bit of heavy lifting. We'll trim a core a little bit here. Might just efficiency swap the cores out for Gadok Teague since we're on the draw. I might reconsider when we're on the play, but for now we'll just go with that. Yeah, seems reasonable. Might remove some Griff's Boons when I'm on the play for the Core Spirit Dancers, which are just a very aggressive way to win the matchup. Alright, we'll keep this. Hope Gadok Teague doesn't get killed. Feel a lot safer on the draw keeping a Gadok Teague hand than a Core Spirit Dancer hand. I'll say that much, though. Alright. So, Raids Verge Thicket, pass. Things like Mana Tithe can be very handy in this matchup. Well, maybe not this matchup, but something like Ad Nauseum, Mana Tithe can be quite handy. Which we versed previously. Alright, he's got the Electromancers. We'll see if he's brought in the pieces of the puzzle to try and combo off with. Or some sort of removal for Gadok Teague. A Gut Shot is removal. That's something to be remembered. Normally they only run like 2 copies in their deck though. So it's pretty unlikely that it's automatically in hand. Yeah, 1 mana Morphos into hopefully not Grape Shot here. Fingers crossed. Alright, we're good. We're good. Is Ollie doing brow? Pieces of the puzzle. It's entered the reveals. A zone. We got Shattering Spree. Destroy an artifact. That's going to miss on us. Spell Sky will be absolutely disgusting if and when that resolves. He's put Ritual and Spell Sky into the graveyard. Alright. Alright, opponent's attacking for 2. We can very easily just take that. We got to be aware of it. Basically, Ritual Serum Visions next turn. That's not that scary. So here, I think what we want to do is try to resolve Totem Armor first. Yep. Alright, we got our Totem Armor. We'll then go for Ethereal Armor. Rancor. Our opponent will be incentivized not to block here. We'll keep this Griff Spoon secret for now in case they go for an Empty the Warrens. Pretty much just Echoing Truth we're losing to at the moment, I'm pretty certain. Maybe we play the second Hyena Umbra actually instead of the Rancor. Do 1 less damage, but pretty much guarantee surviving a Grape Shot. This less guarantees it, because even after the Totem Armor falls off, the rest of the abilities will still be targeting and dealing damage 1 by 1. So if he gets 14 Storm Count on the cast of Grape Shot, he can kill the Gadok Tig. So it looks like they might have cited out some number of 4-drops because they did bring pieces of the puzzle in. Opponent continuing to attack with Goblin and Electromancer. Alright, let's try and resolve Griffspoon. If they counter it, we can cast it another 2 times. Their counterspell will be Remand anyway. Alright, well that resolves. We'll try for Hyena Umbra, and if he counters it, we cast the second one. We just have Flying Lethal in the air. And only lose to Echoing Truth again. Alright, so it looks like we get the win there against Storm. That's not an easy matchup. We sort of high-rolled that a little bit. Normally, the opponent was a lot more stubborn than that one was. Yep. Happy to get that back after the rough round one, match 1 and match 2. It's pretty gross. Alright, so going on to round 4 here. See what happens. Yeah, so like the last 2 leagues I also lost track of like my counter. I was gonna go back and add things, but it seems like the deck's been changed and the meta's been changed by the companion nerf. I'm probably just gonna start a new counter and keep track of it. And I'm looking at doing like 3 leagues with Lurrus at the moment is what I'm eyeing. And then I'll decide whether or not it's even worth a sideboard slot. It could very well just not be worth a sideboard slot. It hasn't helped us a whole lot so far. So it's red-white Hatebears with a very funky... I've versed this player before. What's he on? I had a feeling like he was on Devoted Company. Well, this hand's got no creature, no fetch land. This sounds much better. We'll bottom 1 Core Spirit Dancer and go with that. So here, I'm pretty happy leading on Forest. Even if I draw another 1 mana white aura, I wouldn't be able to cast it anyway. See if they shifted onto something like Amulet Titan. Mana Confluence, is this human? No, humans doesn't play Mana Confluence. Sorry, this will be Niv Mizzet Reborn. I think we just want to be aggressive here. Although our mana makes this really awkward. Yeah, we can't drop 2 auras because of our mana. That's super awkward. Just dropping all the glitters or just dropping ethereal armor, neither seems better than dropping core spirit dancer. A core spirit dancer could very well die, or they could do some damage to what's in our hand. But I really don't like... Alright, just Birds of Paradise. Glittering Wish. I have a big feeling like this is Nif Mizzet Reborn. Jeskai Ascendancy. Okay. It's Jeskai Ascendancy. Never mind, guys. Alright. So, how are we going to win this game against Ascendancy? He's going to very likely combo off next turn. We're going to have to go for Core Spirit Dancer here. Because he's going to have access to at least 4 mana next turn. Probably 5. It doesn't look like we're doing such a great job of comboing off. We do hit the land now. I think it's going to be 1 damage too few, though. Yeah, 1 damage too few. Damn. Alright. Get ready to die this turn. And like the thing is, we can't even like concede the game or walk away because it's Ascendancy combo. He could just whiff. I think if he gets to like 10 cards in hand or something, I'll just concede it. Manamorphose, alright. Dog's having a bit of fun play fighting over there. So, yep. That's going to be pretty good for my opponent. Gets 3 mana now, so every spell they cast... I think they just combo us here. Every spell they cast, they get 3 mana off of, an extra 2 mana off of, pardon me. Escape a non-land card from your graveyard. 3 other cards from the graveyard. Looks like they've just gone off anyway. Yeah, at this point they've just won. I'll let them play it out, but I'm sure they've just won. Damn, Underworld Breach, very good addition to this deck. I don't even have anything like Damping Sphere to muck them up. I do have Force of Vigors, and I do have Rest in Peace though, so that's pretty nice. Gadok Teague's not going to do much. Suppression Field's not going to do much. Another deck running main deck Spellskite. This is super disgusting seeing decks do that at the moment. So they're on 9. Yeah, cool. That's just game. They've got enough to attack in the air for, 22 there. Obviously no blockers. Alright, so Rest in Peace, Force of Vigor. That seems like everything we want. Maybe we can get them with a well-timed Path to Exile. I think it's possible. I think it's also possible we don't want 4, maybe something like 2. All the glitters, slow. Now look to -1 Growth Spin, I suppose. Was it Cerulean Wisp or whatever it was he put to his graveyard? I think that gives his Sylvian Caryatid, it makes it lose Defender or something along those lines. Yeah. I'm on the play. I don't think I want to reduce core Spirit Dancer numbers. Yeah, I think we're happy with this. Alright, we'll keep this. This is much more aggressive hand than last one because we can actually curve out here. Our basic land is our white land, which makes a very, very significant difference here. Turn 2 attack for 5, turn 3 attack for 9. So we got him for 13 on turn 3. It's pretty good, pretty good. Hopefully we draw like another Ethereal Armor so we just get that extra point of damage happening. Okay, so it just makes it blue and get untapped. I guess he's just cycling the Cerulean Wisps. I don't think that's doing too much else at the moment. Abrupt Decay. It could be potentially problematic. So if we curved out perfectly here, we would put him to 1. Holy crap, we're like just so close to killing him and I'm sure he's going to go off here. Don't see any of our enchantment destruction. My opponent's username rings pretty true. Wambo combo. Definitely a combo deck. Definitely a combo deck. I did used to play Jeskai Ascendancy combo back in the days before Gitaxian Probe got banned. That was a lot of fun. A very difficult deck to play because there's a lot of triggers you have to remember. Yeah, I've never picked it up since the banning, since the significant nerf. But also Modern's just been a lot quicker, so it's been a lot harder to run the combo. Okay, looks like we get there. Our opponent just bricks out or whatever they've done. Don't want to change anything here. They pretty well showed they can put up 2 mana dorks pretty easily, which means Path to Exile might not be that handy. What did I take out? Galactique's not going to do a whole lot. I don't have any storm effects like Deafening Silence or Damping Sphere. Took out All That Glitters and Grispoon for Force Vigor, and Rest in Peace. Okay. Maybe we bring the All That Glitters back in because of Rest in Peace synergy. I'll just remove the path and go full aggro. It's pretty tempting. Alright, let's do that. Like, their creature can just be Sylvian Caryatid, and then we can't path it. I mean, I know they're running 4 Noble, 4 Birds, but I don't know. We do have the Rest in Peace. I consider this a keep on the draw. We've got 1 land. If we hit our second land drop, we can jam Rest in Peace, and we're hunky-dory, we're happy. Hopefully. It doesn't completely stop them, but it goes a long way to stopping them. Opponent's mulling into 6 cards as well, so that is also handy. He's mulligan to 5. Alright, not getting many good hands at the moment by the looks of things. I hope they don't mulligan lower, because we just probably won't have a game if they mulligan lower. Like, that's never a good way to win, right? What's the shock? Is he thought scaring himself end of turn? I think that's what the play is here. Yep, okay. So Harak and Ascendancy into the bin. There's the Sylvian Caryatid. Alright, so here I'm just going to go ahead and jam the Rest in Peace, and then I can worry about beatdowns after that. It's just very important to get that Underworld Breach offline here. Yep, so he's just brought Breeding Pool in tapped. So I'm guessing he doesn't have too much to do. Glittering Wish, what's he revealing? Jeskai Ascendancy, okay. So Ethereal Armor comes down, of course. Then we'll put down a Grispoon and get a nice attack in for 5. This doesn't have flying, does it? No, just Defender Hexproof. I think there is a card that they can run that makes this lose Defender until end of turn. I thought Cerulean Wisps was it, but maybe something else is what I'm thinking of. Alright, so I don't care too much about gaining life here. We just want to get the damage on the board. As much damage as we can. That and this is a better play around Spellskite. Maybe that was... I sequenced my auras wrong. Because... Teferi's not going to win him anything here. Gets to untap the Sylvian Caryatid though. Maybe I tapped my auras wrong because... and I shouldn't have played Grispoon. I should have played the Hyena Umbra on turn 2. Because if I Daybreak Coronated this turn, I would then be able to attack and hold up a chump blocker with Totem Armor. So I think that might have been a misplay. Considering he was on 1 creature and not 2... I think I misplayed that pretty badly. I'm not sure if he can get out of this though. We're definitely still in a good position. Fate Stitcher in the bin is bad because now they'll start getting netting a mana every spell they cast. It's going to be hard for them to whiff at this point. But yeah, jeez, the cat's getting in on stirring the dogs up now. Because they had Fate Stitcher, that line with the Daybreak Coroner and the block wouldn't work here. Because now he's got 2 creatures, he just has to make one of them big enough, or keep going until he gets the second Fate Stitcher, and then deal 20 damage and or deal get to like 11 counters, and even if we gain 8 life. Then, he's still dealt us lethal, sort of thing. It wouldn't work quite on 8 life, but I'm sure everyone gets what I'm referring to there. So he's Abrupt Decaying the Ethereal Armor. We've still got flying here. That's a little bit interesting. Maybe he's just using it to filter to a draw spell. You'd think, if anything, he'd want the chump blocking effect, so he'd go after Grispoon. Oh, yikes. He's got the second Ascendancy now. This is pretty GG. If he's got the draw spell off of this, he gets to loot twice now. Yeah. Yeah. So this is like super GG. Our opponent would have to get so unbelievably unlucky to not win it from here. The defender still can't attack actually, so maybe that was relevant for if he was attacking with one creature. I mean, this is game 3. We're not going to clock him, sort of thing, so that's not a thing. Fade Stitch is a very cool card, very cool mechanical behind it. Pretty much useless anywhere. Oh dang. Yeah, so in my opinion... Oh, wait. I thought I misread that. I read it as I think you have it, but he wrote I think I have it. Yeah. I had no non-land and draw spell and drew mana morphos off the decay. Okay, so he drew the one like draw spell. I can't spell bricked either. That needs a C. Yeah. Yeah, now I'm just getting information out of curiosity. I like my opponent's deck. I want to see how consistent it is. Not to graveyard. Yeah, it's pretty good apparently. We did have the graveyard interaction, but they just bounced it with the Teferi and, you know, got the draw effect off the Teferi, the unattack effect there. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so my opponent just said his record is 12-2, 12-3, pardon me. His losses were because Storm, because they were lucky, John, because it's John's. That's yeah, so pretty strong deck, pretty good deck. I like it. Storm is like 60-40 for you. Yeah, well, that's a better matchup than for me. If you're looking to grind tickets, it looks like this is a pretty good deck to be running. Yeah. So yeah, 60-40, but they drew like 4 interactive spells. Yeah, fair enough. So my opponent doesn't like doesn't lose from here because they're just flashback cards with Underworld Breach, untap, attack. They've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like non-creature spells they can draw and loot off of. Sure. So my opponent's actually giving me some advice on the matchup here. I'm assuming it's not about the Storm matchup. What decks am I good against now? I'm just going to pause this. Why? Alright, so sorry about that. I do like talking about Magic and talking to opponents and things like that, especially when they're pretty reasonable, like to have a discussion, things like that. That opponent was a little bit surprised that Bogles was actually competitive, because I told him I had a 60% win rate, and he was surprised by it, being like, is it actually that high? I'm like, well, yeah. You guys bared witness to that. Obviously, it's actually doing well. There's a lot of skill in your sequencing and everything, but then a lot of it is deck constructions and inclusions, and then the rest of it is it's pretty bad. I'm gonna mulligan this. Then the rest of it is like having a tuned sideboard as well. All right, so this is looking way better. We're gonna keep opponents on the play. No, we're on the play. We are on the play, so we can keep this. We can bottom one of our scouts. Sort of only bad if our opponent has Liliana, or like a psych effect like Blessed Alliance, 8 rack sort of thing, but I think this is going to be best against most of the field. All I can say is I'm not seeing a whole lot of companionship from my opponents so far. Alright, great. We draw the land. It's going to be really, really important into us actually pushing through, winning this match. So, nice attack for 5. We have managed to curve out nicely. Looks like my opponent wants to do something during their turn, which is good, because that means I can just cast Daybreak and smack. Alright, it's another Storm deck. We end up versing more Storm decks like this. I might consider bringing in Deafening Silence or Damping Sphere, because this deck's real scary. Okay, so what are we going to do here? If we play Daybreak Coroner, we can attack for 9. That doesn't win us the game. I think we play Hyena Umbra, put a stop on our opponent's upkeep, and then look to path on upkeep. Hope he doesn't, go off through that. Again, if I path during, like, my turn, it just puts him to 4 mana. Like, he remanded there, but now he can't remand Grape Shot. He's got 1 mana tax at least. It makes him have more. Although it is also Baral, so he gets the loot effect. He discarded a Goblin Electromancer. My opponent pretty much just has to go off here and win as well. Yeah. Not quite quick enough for Storm. Turn 3 deck. Yep. Lot of Storm at the moment. I'm seeing a lot of Storm. This is my second Storm match. Holy cow. Well, I think we won the last Storm match, so let's see if we can get this one. Just beating whatever else we're versing. I'm definitely seeing less companions, so if you're a player that does not enjoy companions, I don't know why anyone watching my channel wouldn't be enjoying companions, because, we have Lurrus and we like them. But yeah, they're definitely more diverse in the fact that there's no companions. In the fact that they basically killed companions, according to a lot of people. Alright, so Sleight of Hand enters hand for our opponent here. Unless they've got some Manamorphose. Alright, Past in Flames. So they can get back Desperate Ritual into Manamorphose. Then they can go double blue, Peer Through Depths plus Sleight of Hand. Are they going to have to... Yeah. I think they've got it. They're getting Ritual, which means that they're now in flashback past the Flames territory. We haven't seen a Gifts yet. We probably just scooped to Gifts. If they keep breaking on Gifts ungiven, oh great. GG. Is there anything we can do with what they pick? I'm sure this is game anyway, but I'll just have a quick look to see if we can do anything here. I don't think we can do anything. They've got access to 2 Past in Flames no matter what we do. They've got a Sleight of Hand in hand that we know about. They've got a Metamorphose in the grave they can still flash back. Yep, I think we just concede this one. Stop wasting. Alright, so we lost that one there. We bring in our Rest in Peace. We bring in our Ley Lines. We take out our Paths. And we can take out either Sentinel's Eyes or All That Glitters. Given the synergy, I think I took out All That Glitters last time, but I might take out Sentinel's Eyes here. Or Griffspoon, or it doesn't hugely matter. Maybe I'll leave one Sentinel's Eyes in for 1 Griffspoon. Something like that. Wait, we want Gaddock Teague, don't we? Never mind. I'm a dope. We'll remove 2 of them, maybe another Griffspoon. Yeah. Never mind, I completely forgot we want Gaddock Teague against Storm. I continued my, spree of being very tired and missing a lot of stuff, playing loosely. As much as I bolstered about playing tight before and getting a good win rate. I don't think I've been playing that tight for the last 2 weeks. I've had a lot going on since I've been back at soccer and with work and everything. A lot less time to sit down and play Magic, and when I do, I'm pretty tired. And I try to get it in so I can spend time with my partner over the weekend and all of that sort of stuff. Yeah, unfortunately, I just don't think I'm playing as tight at the moment as what I have been. But yeah, that's okay. Hopefully the content is still either engaging and entertaining for you or informative, and you're learning from my mistakes. Because yeah, a great way to learn is from mistakes as well. You learn more from a loss than what you do from a win. At least if you're open-minded. Okay, so, yep, we'll go ahead and keep this. This has got our Gaddock Teague. It's a little land-heavy, but Gaddock Teague's very good against my opponent. And then we've got Ethereal Armor, Daybreak. So, as long as there's no Echoing Truth, same as before, no Echoing Truth, we're good to go. Alright, so we'll lead on Windswept Teeth, pass to our opponent, yield until the end step. I really hope that's not a spell snare. I'm guessing it's just a draw spell of some description, an opt or something. This is spell snare. Oh, it's bad. Okay, no, that resolved. Good, good, good. Alright, looks like he's just got the turn 2 creature into turn 3, potentially go off. That's not a bad draw considering how much mana we've got in our hand. Here I'm going to cast Ethereal Armor. He might Lightning Bolt or something in response. Now we'll go Rancor. Alright, so we've got our Tig out of Lightning Bolt range now. It's just Echoing Truth that we need to worry about. Alright, Ritual. My opponent's going to try and do something here. Yeah, as I said before, though, these first 3 leagues we're going to be doing are... Alright, Gaddock Teague down. These first 3 leagues we're going to be doing are going to be, sort of play testing, seeing how good the deck is, what the meta's shifted to, what we need to do with our deck, all of that sort of stuff. Alright, let's jam Leyline, see if Leyline's good. Then we can just go in on our Bogle after that. Yeah, there's a large likelihood that I should have put the Daybreak Coronet down instead of the Ethereal Armor then. Maybe I should have thought that through a little bit better. Let's play the Rancor our opponent knows about. Ethereal Armor. Alright, we should be able to attack for almost lethal next turn. 10 damage. If we draw any aura, we can attack for lethal. Alright, put our opponent to 3. We've got Trample also, so an Empty the Warrens won't beat us. Grape Shot can't attack us or our creature. I think we're pretty good here. So the bottom 2 cards with the Serum Visions as well. Trying to dig through at the moment. Great, excellent. So we got there. We get a game 3 here. So this time we're going to be on the draw. Seriously questioning if Core Spirit Dance is even worth having in here. I know it's a combo deck and we want to race, but Gadok Teague is just very efficient for that slot. Yeah, I think I'm just going to remove the Core Spirit Dancers. I might get roasted for it by a lot of people. I just want auras, you know? Alright, this time we've got Totem Armor. We've got the Gadok Teak again. So this is definitely a keep. Alright, opponent being very pleasant at the moment. Still during my opponent's turn here. Yep. Alright. Just making sure I don't completely skip my turn and lose from that. Alright, so we do have the Gadok Teague. That could be quite handy having the second in case he kills the first. There's the Electromancer. So we're just going to jam our creature now and hope it's good enough. Might just play out this Misty Rainforest. I'm going to get a basic forest because my life total might matter. Actually, this is wrong. I got Razorverge Thicket in hand. And now one of them is going to come into play tapped. I was thinking about deck thinning, but yeah, that's just wrong there because now I can't be mana efficient. Oh, also, I just fetched a forest and I don't have any green in hand. Like, that's also extremely loose. Yeah. I've definitely, like, stuffed this leg up pretty badly. Or this match in this leg up. Good news is if he kills our Gadok Teague here, we can cast the other one. We can suit it up with Totem Armor. And look to do some stuff after that. This deck is like scarily good. Like it's really strong with the whole Gifts Ungivens, Past in Flames, the access to 8 mana dorks. I think they run 6 to 7. I think it's more 6 these days. 4 Baral, 2 Goblin, Electromancer. But it's just really scarily consistent and like turn 3 kills a lot. Alright, so now they can net a lot of mana. A Grape Shot is not going to kill us. They're going to need to do more than that. I'm sure some's being targeted at my Teague. Yep. I love how they make the library freaking tiny and they make this stack counter like the entire screen's taken up so you can't see what's underneath. Doesn't make much sense to me. Alright. So Tig plus Hyena Umbra. And Prey. Yeah, we'll just 6 this turn. I mean, what are we holding up? Force of Negation. Our opponent wouldn't expect that anyway. I'm just wasting my time, wasting their time by going slow. Oh no. Yeah. Alright, so it looks like we are doing okay here. I'm going to go ahead and play both 2-mana auras here, I'm pretty sure. Get that toughness nice and high. That added 3. If I cast Ethereal Armor, it also would have added 3. So we had the bonus of lifelink here, basically. Alright, so opponent's going to try and go off again. But yeah, Gaddock Tig's a very strong card. Very, very strong card. And you know, there's a very good reason for people to play it. Yeah, let's just attack for 11 here. I'm pretty sure he's chump blocking. Sarah, stop. Stop it. Stop making a ruckus, alright? Good girl. You're all excited and happy, aren't you? Alright, so that indicates to me he probably has another Baral in hand. I think I'm happy cycling this Horizon Canopy. We'll save this Ethereal Armor so we can equip the Slippery Bogle next turn. And then the following turn we can attack with 2 big creatures. Alright, cool. So we get there. We go 2-3, which isn't the best. We versed a lot of rough matchups, though. A lot of rough matchups. I'm not sure Path to Exile is correct in the main. I didn't see any Amulet Tide in this league. I'm kind of thinking Torpor Orb as well, a little bit at the moment. Or Hushbringer, you know, whatever your poison is, whichever one. I think 4-path is probably too many at this stage. I kind of think I like 3 though. I'm going to have a look. I'm going to have a play around and I'm going to see what configuration I like going into the next league for the Sunday here. So yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching, everyone. If you notice the change of username as well, I've now got it to Foul Play. So don't get too confused. I will be starting some Twitch streaming probably twice a week at this stage. On the Monday and the Friday night Australian Eastern Standard Time. So that's about 12 hours ahead of America. Just to give you a ballpark there. And yeah, I just want to finish setting up the channel properly with the name that I want. Because I had a different Twitch channel, but it didn't have like Foul Play as the username. And I want to kind of brand myself as that. So that's what I've decided. And I just want to make some artwork to go along with that. So it'll be up and running soon if Twitch is your forte. And if you want to come say hi and hang and chat and all of that, that would be really, really awesome. So yeah, thanks for watching as always. I hope you enjoyed the content. If you did, be sure to leave a like and comment. Both those things are very good for the YouTube algorithm. And if you're new and would like to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe and I'll bring you daily content on Bogles. Thanks a lot and see you next time.